All right. Uh, ooh. Ooh.
Recording. Man, that Chun-Li face is so much better.
Yeah, it is.
I'd seen the
Seeing
new
them
one, but I
side
hadn't
by
seen the
side.
comparison.
When I saw the after one, I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, she looks pretty good." Then, I kind of forgot how bad it was
Oof.
before, and I was like, "Oh gosh."
Yeah, it's so bad.
It was mostly the eyes, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, guess
Wow.
what? Guess what I got access to?
What?
What?
Patreon only streams,
Nice.
like live
Really?
streams. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, there you go.
So you don't have to do it on YouTube anymore?
No, they actually have a system set up through YouTube that you could do.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I'm trying it right now.
Heck yeah.
I guarantee y'all struggle with that, but
That's fine. Just put it in. Oh yeah, you need to find where the link is. It's on the bottom right when you go into live streaming.
oh, like it just puts it on Patreon automatically instead of being like an unlisted video?
No, you have to go into the live dashboard. So like when you're logged into ChartShot, you go click on live streaming. It says stream now. And then on the bottom right, that's the link. But anyways, we'll talk about that later, I guess.
Gotcha.
Typing in things.
This Atari thing is the biggest joke of news this week.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
So good. Just going over everything again, and it's like, I can't. Like, how is this a story?
Oh, man. Someone got paid to write this story.
Alright, well, I'm going to click this button and this button, and then I'm going to click on these other buttons.
Click all the buttons.
That's another button I clicked.
Click my buttons, Thomas. It's a clicker game.
You want me to click on your buttons? Make you go faster?
Yes, click my buttons.
Hello,
Click my buttons, Daddy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ChartShot Gamescast. Each and every week, best friends gather around and talk about the news in gaming. This week, I have pushing his buttons, Justin.
I got nothing. I had an intro, but I got nothing.
I guess I'll just move down the line. We've also got Lo here.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
And we've also got the self-proclaimed Marvelous One, Ben.
Hello.
That's your intro? No Suplex City this time?
No Sonic Mania?
Yeah. What's going on?
Just keeping it simple.
All right. Let's not pressure him.
See how it is. Okay. Interesting. I'll see how it works out. Let's see how this goes.
Lo, does everyone else hear Lo's mic being weird? Is that just me?
Yep.
Okay. We're live. We have to do some technical support, I guess. I don't know. Do we just keep going?
Weird how? How does it sound weird? Hold on.
It's really choppy.
It's like staticky in a weird way.
I had that issue when I charged it up one time with Ben, and like I think he had to like completely like restart and come back in. It was weird.
That's weird.
Does it sound any better now?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't think so.
Talking.
No,
Maybe.
it's the same.
No, it's still the same. That's weird.
Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Is that Whoa! Now I'm hearing myself double.
Whoa, everyone's doing it.
Shit.
I can hear myself too sounding choppy.
Does
Double.
it sound any better? Yeah,
No, there's no double. No, it doesn't.
No.
it doesn't. All right.
Leave and come back in?
Yeah, 1 sec.
All right. That's the benefit you get watching us live.
Yeah, you get to see all the awkwardness that gets cut out for the free people.
Warts and all, folks.
Thanks. We appreciate your support.
Yeah. So, Ben, have you been up to anything recently?
Yeah, a little game called Sonic Mania. I have a script because according to Justin, he was gonna punch me if I didn't cry on the stream. Um, but yeah.
You
Sonic Mania
said you were going to cry.
Yeah. So Sonic Mania came out, and I had told the story last week. It was off camera, off recording. That when I saw the trailer last year for this game, I had cried because it was a return to form, and in the back of my mind, I always thought to myself, well, how is Sega going to fuck this up somehow? Because unfortunately, the reality is Sega has a horrible way of fucking things up. And I never considered myself a diehard of Sonic or like I have my own original character or shenanigans like that, but I've always loved Sonic. Like, much more so than Mario. It was only until I was in my 20s that I started to appreciate the elegance of Mario games. But for Sonic, he was the first. He was that mascot platformer that I grabbed onto, and I waited every single new game. I remember getting my Dreamcast September 9th, 1999, and getting Sonic Adventure, and that was a bigger deal than Mario 64. And I remember playing Mario 64, but it didn't have that resonance with me. Sonic Adventure did. And Sonic's been through shit over the past 20 years. Like, there's no lying about it. Any real Sonic fan will tell you that Sonic has had a horrible track record. Yeah, Generations was a bright spot, but it wasn't really great overall. When I first turned on Sonic Mania and it opens up with Angel Island Zone and just hearing that music again and seeing all the new animations, it's like I was going back in time in the best possible way. Yet at the same time, it plays with your nostalgia, but then will deliver you new exciting zones that are just as exhilarating as the old ones. Like it was like I kept whispering, like, I don't know how many times throughout this week, like, he's back. He's been gone for so long, but he's back. And it's so satisfying to play something and to just feel something. I've said it when I talked about Ori, that to me, a perfect game isn't a game without flaws. There is no such thing as that. Everything has flaws. To me, as a perfect game is something I can't stop playing. That's always going to be my standard, whether anybody likes it or not. And Sonic Mania is that. It's a beautiful game that honors the legacy classic 16-bit era of Sonic the Hedgehog while also ushering it into a new era, hopefully. It's the best purchase I made on the Switch that's not named Breath of the Wild so far. Being able to dock it at home and take it with me and play everywhere. And plus I get to play as Knuckles. So it's yeah, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm soliloquying at this point, but it's kind of like it's a surreal experience to say. Not only I say positive things about a Sonic the Hedgehog game, but then I go to Twitter and there are people beaming about this game and just reliving childhoods or discovering Sonic for the first time. And I think that's the best. I don't have any words for it. Other than as a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, I'm extremely happy with what they did. And I'm going to probably play this for hours like I did Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But that's all I really have to say about it.
I'm just sad that was actually really beautiful and I can't make fun of it. I'm genuinely happy for you.
I had sad violin music playing over this. So
I'm looking forward to actually playing it now. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I jumped in like part way through, but still, like, what you like, I jumped in at the right time because just what you said about the Dreamcast, like that was me, you know, like, and it's, I don't know, it's like with the new Mario game and all that stuff coming out, the new Metroid that's been announced. It's one thing to be like excited for like these other games, but like it's more like I'm excited for other people, and then it's just like I personally haven't been legitimately excited for a Sonic game in a very long time, but now I am. So
I'm probably gonna pick it up on my PC. It's probably when I'll get that.
Yeah, it's no matter what platform you buy it for, it's $20 well spent. Like they priced it perfectly. Again,
it's not on PC yet, is it?
No, it doesn't come
Next
out till the
Or a week
28th.
after.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
10 days. Okay, close enough.
Yeah.
It makes me genuinely sad. I don't like Sonic. Like, I know that I would buy it and like appreciate supporting the developers and stuff like the development of new classic Sonic games, but I wouldn't enjoy it just because I don't like that style of gameplay. And like, if it is like classic Sonic games, which it sounds like it is, I would like it even less because I like the more modern ones more than the classic ones because they're slower. So that's why I'm happy for you, but like, it means nothing to me, unfortunately. But I'll be right there with you in a month for Metroid.
Is there
Yeah, no, I'll be there too. You know I'm going to be there too. But
Oh, yeah.
but Sonic, I will say this, one thing I don't like about the game, because again, it's not a perfect game, is that special stages, you can't retry them like after you fail them, even after you restart the level. So like, that's a criticism I had. Again, it's not perfect, but the few cons that I've run into outweigh everything. Again, what I love is, like I said, is you open up with Emerald Hill Zone, but then Act 2 is like Emerald Hill Zone remix, so it's new things you haven't seen before, and putting things in certain ways, and the music's different, and it's just it's crazy how good they've made Sonic the Hedgehog. It's crazy good.
Yeah. Is there a versus mode in that game? Because I haven't seen anything about that.
I think there is.
There's a competition mode where you can. It's split screen like Sonic 2.
Old
Oh, so it's
school.
local only?
Yeah.
Probably. I haven't tried it.
It's online, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's the one
It
thing
is-
that you like that needs, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna complete this.
I'm excited to play
complete
the
this
shit
game.
out of this game once it arrives on Steam.
You have a Switch, you know.
I know, but I don't know. It feels wrong to play it on a Switch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sonic's a free agent now.
I mean, Sonic's been on Nintendo systems probably longer than it was on Sega systems
But
now.
none of them were really
Yeah.
good though.
That's true.
No, a lot of
Yeah,
people
that's
forget
crazy.
about like I'm not the Sonic fan, but a lot of people forget like during the age of terrible Sonic games that there were like a whole series of really good ones on the Game Boy Advance and DS.
Yeah, that's true. A bunch of them I
How
never
does-
actually
like-
played.
Pretty much every single one that came out, well, all the classic Sonic games, I should say, that came out for those handhelds were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I played most of them back in the day because I was like, that was when I did everything on ROMs and I'd play literally everything.
Mm.
I even played that the Sonic RPG game that was on RPG game, really? Whatever. I hate when like people say an acronym and then like put the word like ATM machine, for
RPG
example.
game,
Yeah. Anyway, like there was like a Sonic RPG that came out for DS and it was awful, but I still played it.
Mhm.
But no, there was a bunch of really good ones back then, and so like that was 2001 or so, like when the GBA came out,
Mhm.
and then basically till now when they're still on Nintendo systems. That's 16 years. How long was he on like Sega systems?
Not that long.
Just saying, food for thought.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I really like that animation that plays before the game.
It's so cool.
Because it
It's
kind of
so good.
reminds me of like the old Sonic cartoon.
Yeah.
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 He's eating chili dogs all day.
Chili dogs. Steve Urkel voiced the original character
Yeah.
on Saturday Morning. That's so
did.
cool.
I feel like that was mentioned before on here.
Yeah.
I think that's
Probably.
you dropped that knowledge on me, and I was like, "What? Really?
No way.
No way!"
Jaleel White, I believe, is his
Mhm.
real life name. Yeah.
So, aside from the earth-shattering Sonic, what else have you been up to?
I played before. I tried to beat it beforehand, but I played more the It's Fine, It's Fine, It's Okay game of Oceanhorn. And again, it's actually I'm actually enjoying it a lot more. I got a little ability that I can jump platforms, like I'm in a sky island.
Yeah.
It's definitely fun. You know, it's not again. God, I'm doing it again. I don't even mean to.
Mhm.
I'm enjoying it.
Just give a compliment.
I'm enjoying it.
It needs to be
it's
like
really
one
good.
of our reviews, like ratings. It's fine. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's a 3-star.
Definitely.
Out of 10.
3 stars.
Definitely.
It's definitely a very first solid clone. I like the voice acting. I'm liking the new abilities. I'm liking the lore. So it's good. There's some things that irk me about it, but it's not enough for me to like not play it. The only reason I didn't beat it is because Mania came out, and I was doing my damnedest to try to beat it before Mania came out. But I'm sure I'll revisit it at some point, or finish it at least.
All right. Lo, have you been playing anything that's fine or okay?
Like I've been playing stuff that's good. I don't
Okay.
know, I feel like. Oh, first of all, I've been playing this one game. It's oh crap. The name just popped out of my head. Starpoint Gemini 2. I just started playing that recently the last couple of days. Because for some reason I just felt like I wanted to play like a space game where I want to like fly around and shoot at stuff and be like a space captain. Because why not? So I've been playing a lot of that. It was funny enough, I got it for free at some point because I think they were promoting like the developers that were promoting their recent game, Starpoint Gemini Warlords, I think it's called. They have so many games with these crazy titles. I don't know. But yeah, I got it for free at some point. I just totally forgot about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I have this game. And I started playing it. I was like, oh, this game's freaking cool. So I've been playing that, and then other than that, just a bunch of Fortnite, just playing that because yeah, I got the Founders Pack and everything. I've just been putting hours into that, just checking the game out, seeing how it is, because I was just intending on covering it and stuff like that. So that's really it.
Did you try the new No Man's Sky update?
I tried it, but like the game still ran like garbage for me, and like I tried to mess around with the settings, but every time you got to change the settings, you have to like restart the game. So then after like 5 times, I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'll just uninstall it, and I'll reinstall it in another month, see if it works. That's just kind of like a thing that I do every month. Oh, let's see if No Man's Sky works for me. Nope.
Because it was working.
It's probably.
Yeah, it was working fine for me. Like I just hopped in, and then I walked around. I was like, I don't remember where I was in my game, and I just deleted the save and started from scratch.
Honestly, it's probably just like one setting that like I need to just like turn off, and then everything will be fine. I just haven't found it yet.
For as much, like, I think I would really enjoy that game if I was in college or something. Like, I just don't have the time to sit around and explore a whole universe with unlimited possibilities. Like, that's just,
Yeah.
I just don't have time for it anymore. Like,
You could do shrooms if you wanted to do that.
oh yeah, exactly. Do shrooms and then play No Man's Sky, and then watch shrooms hop around and do shit. Anyways, anything else you've been up to, Lo? Anything you want to share with the class?
No, I think that's it, really. There's gonna be a video on. I'm working on a video for Fortnite, so that's coming out pretty soon, hopefully. Like I was literally working, like editing it, like just up until before we started the podcast here. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. Justin, what do you got for us today?
Oh, you mean what am I drinking?
What's that?
Did
I like the label.
Tough Kitty?
Yeah, this is really cool. It's
That's a dope label. I like that.
It's right. It's the new milk stout from Boulevard Brewery, which is a brewery out of Kansas City, Missouri. So you know, local boys represent. And it literally, like, it came out. I think it came to their brewing room like August 1st, and then has just kind of made the rounds to the areas around here. So like we've probably got it before anyone else will. But it's their new seasonal, and it's delicious. And yeah, I guess they were trying to figure out a name, and they were like, well, cats drink milk, so they named it Tough Kitty, and I just think that's really great.
That is great.
Yeah, it's a super cool logo. Look it up if you're in the audio version. It's really cool, and it's super good.
Can you explain one thing to me? Because I don't understand. What's a milk stout?
I mean, it's a smooth stout, like kind of like a maltier beer, but it's
okay,
brewed with like a kind of a milky. I don't really know how to explain the brewing process, but basically it's like a milkier stout.
All right.
I mean, that's kind of obvious, yeah. But like, it's more of a cream, like a kind of. It's usually like caramel, chocolate, kind of like a creamier
Like it's made with milk?
flavor. I mean, I don't think it's actually made with milk because you can't brew milk, but there's like an infusion somewhere in the process that makes it milky. Yeah.
Okay. Like a
But I really
substance.
like stouts and milk
It's
stouts.
more like the consistency is milky, right?
It's really just flavor.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like it's a creamier, kind of more like lighter flavor than like the heavier stouts.
Super curious about it now.
But no, I was kind of projecting because I really haven't played much this week. It's when it, both cats and local breweries, because that's two of my favorite things. But over the weekend, like last weekend, me and Thomas actually played a few things with our friends Epic Hedgie and Magic Zenith, which Zenith has actually put out the first part of our Mario Kart collab that we did.
Oh yeah.
So you guys can go check that out because why not support our friends?
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of fun. We did like a bunch of crazy modes, like 200cc mushrooms only, which was a lot of fun. Some bananas only on Baby Park, so just bananas everywhere. Really, really fun stuff there. And then we did some golf with friends. Tried out one of the new like experimental maps on there, which was was it
Ancient?
prehistoric?
Ancient.
Yeah, it was ancient. It's like a bunch of ruins and stuff. It was awful. But that's always a lot of fun.
Seems like
they're good
every
peeps.
map they add, it keeps getting worse. I don't know.
It really does. They're like, how can we screw people over this time?
Yeah. They really lean into that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But then pretty much like that was a slight reprieve from my my Final Fantasy IX like script editing. Because basically with that process, like I get a script from online, so I don't have to write it all out myself. But then I have to go through every episode and compare it against the paper script that I got from online and like change anything that's wrong. So like if there's any typos in the script or like if there's like optional stuff that I did that's not in the script, I have to add that to it. Move things around because like the big thing about Final Fantasy IX is all of like the events that happen, the kind of like optional events, and sometimes those can be done in different order or like I might not have activated some or possibly just deleted them from the episode if they weren't important, things like that. So I have to go through and make sure it's all accurate before I actually like pull out lines to send to people, or else they're going to be, not getting me lines I need or doing extra lines I don't need, that kind of thing. So I literally spent like most of my free time the whole last week, and I'm still not done. I'm only in disc 3. Getting all that together. Yeah, this script is over 600 pages.
What?
In a Microsoft Word document.
That's a lot of pages.
Crap.
And that's just story. The
Yeah.
series itself so far, again, just story, is 44 episodes, which is the longest one I've done.
Oh.
I literally had to make like a season 4. It's shorter, but still, it's like I can't have like a 18 episode season. That's unacceptable. So yeah, it's 44 total episodes across 4 seasons.
Dang.
And I'm like, I call it seasons because like it's discs, but I don't cut the discs, or I don't cut the seasons at the same place the discs cut. I don't know why I didn't breathe during that sentence.
You need to breathe.
You're passionate, that's why.
Unless you stay alive.
But yeah, so it's a lot of work, and
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have when this goes up, the cast will be out, and congratulations to everyone. But at this point, it hasn't, and so I still have to spend the rest of my weekend, for one, doing a final that I have to do tomorrow, and then doing some wedding planning. We're going to a caterer to try some cake and food tomorrow, and then also get the cast in order and finish up the script stuff. So yeah, I have really nothing to announce. I've played a little bit more of I Am Setsuna on the exercise bike and discovered I don't really enjoy playing that game in 20-minute bursts.
Yeah, it's an RPG. I
but-
figured. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's pretty much it. I'm kind of just waiting for Mario and Rabbids at this point because nothing really sounds interesting to sit down and play.
All right. I guess it just leaves me. I've been playing a couple of things. I fooled around with No Man's Sky. I don't know if I'll get back into that. I just unlocked the hyperdrive. I saw this little game on the Steam store called Super Blood Hockey. so I decided to check that out as the resident Canadian.
Sounds
And-
rad.
Yeah,
It is your duty.
Yeah, as my duty. And I actually really enjoy that game. It seems like a really cool, like, arcadey, fast action hockey game. It's kind of like you got that 8-bit, 16-bit pixel art type of thing going on. And you got 3 buttons in the game. It's pass, shoot, and punch. And you just punch the shit out of the other guys that have the puck. You get the puck and you go over to the other side and you try to shoot it in. That's basically all there is to it.
And that's all you need for hockey, right?
Yeah, it gets like, it's not like graphic because it's 16-bit pixel art, right? But you see, like, if you punch someone, like, you just see a bunch of pixels fly off and it's supposed to be blood. And if you anger the other team enough, you start a whole fight. So, like, everyone on the team starts fighting each other, and whoever wins knocks out one of the players on the other team, and they have like a seizure on the ice while everyone else keeps playing. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. You can also just punch the ref.
You just skate over them.
Yeah, you can also just punch the ref. There's like no like offsides or any dumb stupid rules. It's just beat up the other dudes, get the puck, shoot in the net, and score.
Every hockey game should have a punch button.
The only teams in that game are countries, so you just play for Canada, Finland, United States, whatever you want to play. And then there's like challenge modes and stuff like that. I haven't really delved too deep. I just played one game, but it seems like a lot of fun.
Nice.
I think it's only like $5 or $6.
Yeah, I actually just saw it on the store. It's on sale right now. It's like I should have had this ready
think
full
it was
time. $6.
Yeah, $6. Yeah,
Normally $8.
yeah, it's not too bad. I paid $8 full price for that. You can also use the keyboard, but I prefer the controller. And I think it's got 4-player co-ops, and I think it's only local co-op though. Another thing I've been playing is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Finally got around to playing an hour and a half of that. There's like, I think I like a third of that game, and I don't like the other 2/3. And and the 1/3 I really like is the fighting combat. It's basically like an arena fight. It's kind of similar to Punch-Out, but you can have different people that you're fighting against. You can fight like 3-on-1. And you basically just have like your light attack, heavy attack, and kick. And then you also build up like this meter that you can use to slow down time and then attack. I don't really like the environmental puzzles. I feel like those are kind of just thrown in there. They don't really seem to be puzzles, really. It's basically you're just trying to find this one symbol in this area, this like small area, and you just try and look for it. And sometimes like you find the symbol, but it's not matched up correctly. So you spend like 10 minutes just like figuring out like how to match it up correctly, even though you pretty much solved it. And that was pretty annoying. I enjoyed the presentation of it. I hear it's not very long, so I might finish it. And I hear there's like some kind of twist at the end that might be interesting. But yeah, I really don't like those puzzles. Those puzzles are pretty bad. Puzzles. Yeah, played a little bit of Resident Evil 4. That's still Resident Evil 4.
Nice.
Apparently there's like an
Classic.
option in there where like if you don't, I don't think you can switch on subtitles unless you're in a different language, which is weird.
What?
There's like a weird glitch
It is
about
weird.
that. I tried to figure that out. Couldn't find anything on it. Yeah, so I've been playing more Horizon. That's still Horizon. It's like everyone knows what that game is. I've been talking about.
Yeah.
I finally got to the end of one of the main quests, the one about your heritage, and like like you're literally about to fight Hades as like the last mission, and then it's like, oh, you need the help from the Sun King guy. Go do those missions first, because they won't pay attention. I'm like, well, that's great. Like I have to go and do this like level 15 quest while I'm like level 42. And
What?
it just doesn't make any sense. Like I think that part is a little bit broken, but yeah. I spent a lot of my weekend watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's finally wrapped up. Naito's the winner. Congratulations, Naito. And then we got SummerSlam this weekend. Me and Ben and some other dudes are probably gonna do a live stream on Sunday. So
Gonna watch Samoa Joe take home the Universal title.
I think
I'll be watching the Finders and Logan Lucky, so you guys have fun.
yeah. Once I get the podcast up, everyone that has the early access can listen and hop on over. We'll probably
Or
do
just,
that.
watch it on demand, like watch the VOD or listen to it.
Yeah, like
and just
sync
sync
it
it.
up. Yeah, kind of like what we were doing with the Kingsman.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Spoilers. That's not out for a while.
People know that we're doing this stuff.
That's true. I let him know.
We'll see if you can get Justin to do it, even though he's still sworn off. I put up a poll. People seem to really want it.
I am my own person. I'm not controlled by the internet.
We'll see.
Go, boy. You go.
All right.
I'm a strong black woman who don't need no man.
Yes, you
Sorry.
are.
I don't know what just happened.
He had a moment.
You got the vapors, boys.
How did that audio spike look?
All right. Let's head on over into the news. Let's escape this torment that we have written upon ourselves.
You put on me, Ricky Bobby. A newsy news tune. A newsy news tune.
All right. We got some good news here this week, fellas. We got some Blizzard news.
Yes.
It's gonna be cold.
Yeah, we're heading into the cold season here, so bundle on up
And over to Thomas with the weather.
with some news from Blizzard. So yeah, they're going to be renaming the Blizzard app to Battle.net. Yay!
So basically,
I thought it was already named Battle.net.
in other words, they're not changing the name.
Yeah. Was it ever actually changed?
No, it was still BattleNet. Like I was just installing Heroes of the Storm the other day, and it still said BattleNet. I'm like, well, come on, what?
I don't even remember what they were going to change it to.
The Blizzard app, I think
Blizzard
they were going
app.
to call it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So random.
Every time
Why?
I search for Blizzard app in my taskbar or whatever, it would always pull up Battle.net, which is really
Did you
funny.
mean BattleNet? Clippy pops up for some reason.
Cortana?
Oh yeah, that's a
I'm
thing.
pretty sure even like the Blizzard guys at Blizzard were still calling it BattleNet.
Yeah, they were.
It's the whole
They
thing
admit
when-
here they realized it was a mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was silly. No one cares though, really, because it's like
Yeah.
that didn't really make a difference that much.
Although to be fair, apparently it's going from just BattleNet to Blizzard BattleNet. So the name is still technically changing.
Slightly interesting.
Fine, you can put your stupid name in front of it, but keep Battle.net.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, you can't just call it the Blizzard launcher when you're putting friggin' Destiny 2 on there. That's not a Blizzard game.
Yeah.
Like, that was really bad
Right.
timing.
Yeah, I knew something was. We
Well,
all knew
just
something was
people
amiss
Battle.
when the guy came out and he said, "We're launching on BattleNet and not Blizzard app."
I mean, it only makes sense. People are familiar with Destiny and people are familiar with BattleNet. If you hear that Destiny is on BattleNet, then it's like, oh, shit. Destiny's on BattleNet.
It's on the Destiny net.
Because otherwise, you're just like,
Blizzard.
wait, Destiny's being published by Blizzard? I don't know. Like, it muddies the communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, good news on that. Some more good news. Swery's making a new game, guys.
Yep.
Remember Swery? He did Deadly Premonition and D4.
Did D4 stand for something?
I don't think so. I don't think it did. I can look that up.
Because I picture like a name that's like Dark Dreams Don't Die or something like that.
Oh,
Like, is that a game?
you were actually 100% correct on that one. That's a good
What?
memory.
I've never played either of those.
Good job.
But for some reason that stuck with me, and I'm like, is that D4 or is that something totally different?
Yeah, Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Boom.
That means
Good
we don't
stuff.
get
My
season
random
2.
video game knowledge.
That means we don't get season 2 of Dark Dreams Don't Die. If anyone played that game, they remember that cliffhanger in episode 2, I think.
Well, I thought it was just be like a D5 or something was supposed to happen next.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't do very well. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And they could possibly continue it with this game, just kind of like spiritually.
I mean, there was a cat lady in D4.
Yeah, that's what I heard. We're bearing the lead a little bit here. Sorry, I got distracted.
We all do. So basically, Square's making a new game called The Good Life. It's going to be set in a fictional English town called Rainy Woods. And
There's cats.
And the residents of the town turn into cats at night.
Yeah.
They're werecats.
What a cool
yeah.
town.
I want to be a werecat.
Yeah, that doesn't sound that bad actually.
Right.
It's like especially.
Although actually, I'd want to be a cat during the day.
So you can sleep all day
yeah.
and then turn into a human.
Yeah.
But you
do your cat thing during the day. You don't have to have a job, and then like at night, I could be a human and like do the podcast and stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. I even imagine the turning process would be even more pleasant because they make like turn into a werewolf called like twisted and horrible. It's like your turn's like meow, so it's just like.
I mean, cats are already liquid.
Yeah.
So
it does. Yeah. Werecats.
You just kind of curl up as a human, and then suddenly you're a cat. It's like same shape.
Oh, that was nice.
This game is going to be an RPG featuring a girl named Naomi. She will be a New York photographer with massive debt trying to uncover the town's secret. While she's there, she also transforms into a cat at night. Swery says it's a mystery game based on the framework of a daily life RPG. So with that in mind, I kind of think of the same thing like Persona. While you're going out during the day, you can rack up your points in like knowledge or whatever. Yeah. Drop some sick knowledge, and then transform into a cat during the night. Good Life will be coming from White Owls. They're a new studio formed by Swery, and this game is going to be available for crowdfunding on Fig September 2nd. For those of you who don't know, Fig is a crowdfunding website.
Alternative.
It's an alternative to Kickstarter. With this one, they actually Fig actually. You're able to turn a profit with it. So if you invest enough money and if it does well, you can actually recoup some of that cost and earn some money back.
Yeah, nice. You can still just put in money like you would with Kickstarter or something, but the kind of the higher tiers that would be just like better like benefits for you.
Yeah.
Instead, you actually get like profit sharing,
like an investment.
And the amount is like usually for like real investors, like. A few like tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever.
But it's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah,
I like Fig. I think it's a cool alternative.
Yeah,
it's not just like, hey, you get a visit to the set or like to the studio. It's like, no, you legit like own some of this game.
Yeah,
enjoy.
That's pretty rad.
If I won the lottery, I would give money to Swery to make a new game.
I feel like that's what like a founders pack should be.
Yeah.
Not just what it is these days.
I hope this game is like during the day you're a human and like you're doing the investigations and stuff, and then at night you become a cat and do the RPG stuff. So it's just like cat combat.
Yes. That'd be awesome.
That would be really cool.
Cat kick. Yeah. Cat punch.
Well, cat scratch, technically. But...
Yeah, they say
I've never played a Swery game, but this sounds really cool.
Oh, you've never? Okay.
I've seen Deadly Premonition.
Yeah. They're not exactly like 100% polished. Like our friend here, Ben, would say they're jank. But they got some charm to them that that you don't see in a lot of other games.
Yeah.
Deadly Premonition was fucking weird, yo.
You ever finish it?
No, it got something about it just didn't hook me enough. Like it wasn't bad, but like it just didn't compel me enough to want to keep playing it. But
it was very Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I need to watch that show, but that's another point for another discussion for later.
I don't really like Twin Peaks. I saw the first episode and I said this doesn't make any sense, and I stopped.
I feel like I would like it, but I don't know. But either way, yeah. RPGs in modern settings need to become more of a thing.
Yeah.
If they're done right. Like I love a good fantasy RPG.
Mm-hmm.
and I hear that Persona is like you can't beat it under like 100 hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna play that game. That's too long.
Yeah.
But I like the setting of it. I just think that that's too much game.
Yeah.
Right, and
For
that's
what I
and
have
that,
time for.
but that's still fantasy. There's still a lot of fantasy versus, like, say the title I refer to, like Earthbound. Like, there's still a lot of normalcy
Yeah.
in the game. Even further on, you don't really get to like the Starman shenanigans to like the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for the most part, you're like beating the shit out of cat and dogs, for the most part.
Or like Citizens of Earth.
Oh yeah, or corrupt police
I still need to
officers.
play more of that. I don't see this as like an RPG like that kind of like I see it more as like a Sims type of RPG because they say daily life RPG, like that's the quote.
I just think of turn-based role battle systems whenever I think of RPG. That's just how my mind unfortunately works.
I don't know if it's gonna be like that because like I think like D4 wasn't really like that. That was more of an adventure game. The Deadly Premonition was more of a Silent Hill type.
Shooter?
Yeah, it was like a shooter / like Resident Evil type of thing. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I just like that he's able to do these things and like challenge what games are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like him in Grasshopper games and like those type of weird Japanese stuff. I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, show.
Speaking of Japanese,
Speaking of weird Japanese games, Shenmue 3 has picked up a publisher named Deep Silver.
I've never heard of them.
We're always known for their exquisite games.
I think Deep Silver did like they published what was it? Saints
Dead
Row?
Island.
Saints
And
Row
Saints
and
Row.
Dead Island, yeah. So basically they're doing the deal of like distributing the physical copies. They're not like developing it obviously.
True.
They're just going to be handling the distribution mode for it, which is cool. Nice to know that they're going to have physical copies, and that there's like a deal in place to have the game shipped, so we know it's being worked on and it's coming.
Well, theoretically, it's almost done if they're working on distribution.
Yeah.
Right.
this is all fine and dandy. I want them to just say, and also coming, Shenmue 1 and 2 remasters. Because that's what I really want. Because, God, here comes my Sega nostalgia again. Not as much as Sonic, so no soliloquies this time.
Oh, just do it.
But I really like Shenmue. I really like Shenmue. I like the story. It's been forever since I played Shenmue 2 because to have an original Dreamcast and Shenmue 1 and 2 are effing expensive to buy. They're super expensive to buy off a third-party seller. And they're not available digitally anywhere, which is like the biggest crime of them all. So I'm hoping out of all the shenanigans that Sega or Deep Silver rather releases them in digital format. Even if it's not physical, I'll take a digital copy of Shenmue 1 and 2 to get me ready for Shenmue 3. I need that because like you can't have people just jump on to.
It's been so long.
Yeah, to jump onto part 3 and remember. Because I don't even remember. I just remember his dad died. I must avenge him. That's all I remember at this point.
You don't remember the Phoenix and the Dragon mirrors?
I remember the
mirrors.
Phoenix mirror.
Do you not remember the forklifts and asking people to play a game of Lucky Hit?
I remember when it was Sega Saturn, playing Space here.
Y'all have totally different nostalgia than I do.
Yeah, we do.
Hashtag Sega fans.
I feel like the thing with Shenmue 3 though is like even like when it does come out, it's probably a game I won't play just because it requires so much time to beat it, you know. So I don't know.
Oh, I will.
Okay, so
sure you will.
I've never played the first Shenmue game, but I bought Shenmue 2 on the original Xbox, and it had like a DVD version of the first game, and I just watched that. So that was an excellent way to play through that game. I didn't have to sit through a lot of the weirdness of it.
Let's play on a disc.
I did enjoy Shenmue 2. That had a little bit more action to it, like a lot more fight scenes and the quick time events. Like they're there. I'm so past the quick time events now in games. Like I'm just done with that whole system now.
Well, Shenmue 1 was one of the originators.
Yeah, it was one of the first games to do that, funnily enough.
But how's that Resident Evil 4 going for you?
Yeah, I know. That's
Quick time.
The QuickTime events at that at least aren't terrible. They're like dynamic in some ways.
yeah.
QuickTime events are okay if you do them right. If you just like throw them in there just for the sake of throwing them in there, then that's when you get into bullshit territory.
Right. Or when it's like just hitting the same button over and over again, like you can predict it.
Yeah, exactly.
QuickTime events. Shenmue. Yeah, so anyways, Shenmue 3 is going to be coming out in late 2018. That's what the current rumor is. So I would expect them to release an HD version of 1 and 2 within that time frame.
I hope so.
Like spring or summer sometime.
It's just
I mean, they had to kickstart this game, so they probably don't have a lot of extra money until this one comes out and they can actually get some sales from it.
That's true.
But they can just save as and then export Shenmue 1 and 2.
Oh, it's not easy. Cool.
Yeah,
exactly.
Export, drag quality slider up.
Just hit the remaster button.
Just export it in 1080p. There you go. You're done.
Yeah, of course.
But at least we'll get it before Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1.
That's
Womp,
true.
womp.
Womp indeed. Oh man.
Something else that we might
It's
not
made
be
so many
getting.
game developers mad.
Something else we might not be getting in the future is weekly and monthly updates for PUBG. Womp womp.
Might not be.
Yeah.
Which we didn't talk about this week until now.
Oh.
Yeah, so sad news is that they said that they're not going to stick to their schedule of the weekly and monthly updates for PUBG.
Oh.
They said that they're going to be taking that out and hopefully have a longer QA testing phase, because the last update, I don't know if you we all had like really bad experiences. Like it was kicking us out of games a lot. We had a lot of more glitches and a lot more difficulties. So that's probably in the wake of that. But I miss I'll probably miss having the weekly and monthly updates just because it was a thing to look forward to. And it kind of gave them like a direction to stay, like a path to stay on, to update the game.
That makes sense.
So we don't really I guess we don't really know when new updates are going to be coming out now, unless they announce them ahead of time. But yeah, that kind of sucks.
But I mean, I get the point here, saying that like they didn't want to feel pressure to put something out every week or every month, because they kept missing a lot of deadlines anyway. And so it's like that's probably why some of these updates were causing so many issues, because it was like they were like, oh well, we got to get it out. It doesn't matter if there's bugs. But then they have to put out another update to fix that update, and then it just becomes a point where it's like, what are you really getting done?
That's kind of the problem with the AAA industry.
Fewer updates that are like better, then sure, great. Like that, I'm fine with that. But I'm also not going to have a lot of time to play in the coming months, so you know, there's that too.
Yeah. We still don't know when that vaulting update is going to come.
Yeah. I think that's part of the problem too, is they keep saying that all these features are coming, and they'll put out an update that doesn't have that. And it's like, well, it's been a week. How do you expect us to add this feature just like suddenly?
Yeah.
So it's like by not having regular updates, it's like when the updates come out, they can be a bigger deal.
All right. Wow, we're just really going. I'm trying to make this show last, and we're only like 50 minutes in.
Yeah, so just fill it with dead air. People love that.
I mean, I don't play this game, so it's kind of hard for me to talk about it.
Play the game then.
You know.
Okay, Christopher Walken, I'm sorry.
we drive a boat. I don't see the point. It looks jank. It's not my style. You see.
Have you played We Happy Few?
Now, see, that's the kind of game that I like to play. I like to think about my survival. That was horrible. I'm sorry.
You're going more Robert De Niro there.
Yeah, I don't even. Wow. Yeah. I'm
just actually just all this with the QA testing. It just kind of made me think of this. Just on the kind of note of QA testing, like do like developing studios like have legitimate like QA departments still, or do they just like solely rely on like releasing like betas and stuff to like the public?
No,
like,
they still have QA testing if you look at the credits. I think maybe some places might like outsource that kind of stuff. Like maybe smaller devs will outsource it or ask some other people to review their game before they're out. Like a lot of big companies do that too, but
Yeah.
like there's still testing that's involved.
I was always
I mean,
curious.
sometimes they can just get their friends. Like, game developers usually have friends that are also in game development, so it's going to be like, hey, I'll test your game if you test mine.
Yeah.
And so it's like people that know how to break these things, testing each other's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always have to be a public thing or even, like, paying someone to do it if you're a smaller studio.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have if you get to an official release date. It will be released on April 13th, 2017 on the Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. Gearbox will be helping with the publishing side of this game. We Happy Few was like that BioShock looking game that was at E3 a couple years ago.
Was that a couple years ago? Oh God!
I think it was like maybe last year, but
Okay, you scared me. For
I think it was 2 years ago, actually.
Oh God!
Just say it.
But it officially came out in like early access on PC and Xbox One. I got it. It didn't really blow me away. I don't know. I just wasn't really that into it. Again, like the crafting stuff. Like I'm starting to move away from that kind of thing now.
Right.
And so it's officially going to be released with like story missions and campaigns and whatnot. So I might delve back into that since I still have it. More release dates. We've got Crackdown 3 is being delayed to spring 2018.
Oh man.
They really need to crack down on the development of that game.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so this game was supposed to launch alongside the Xbox One X to help basically to help sell the hardware and like show people like why you should get an Xbox One X. That's not going to be happening. They brought in David Jones from the first game, one of the original makers of the game, the first one, to help develop this Crackdown 3. What are you guys' thoughts on the development of this?
I mean, it's a shame because this really was like the game that was going to launch with the Xbox One X. Like, as far as exclusives, there was Forza, but I mean, Forza, it's a pretty looking racing game. That's all it's got going for it. So of course they're going to kind of put that together. But like other than that, it was a lot of. They were saying like, well, don't worry, the entire back catalog is going to be improved with this system, which is not the way you sell one. Like, hey, all those games you already own for the system you already own? Well, I mean, that stuff's going to look better if you buy this $500 new thing.
Yeah.
And then they had Cuphead, which is an indie title, and I don't even remember what else.
Oh boy. I was kind of afraid this would happen, but like now that it's like kind of occurring, I'm not that surprised because Xbox has been light on content anyways. So it just keeps looking less and less good as far as launch titles for the new. I'm just gonna keep calling it Scorpio because it sounds cooler.
It does.
Xbox One X just sounds so lame. Sorry guys.
No, your audio is still bad.
Yeah.
Oh no. Really?
Super Lucky's Tale was the other game.
Yeah.
Which also is just a little indie title that does not show off the system at all. So that's the stuff they're advertising as system sellers. On top of Crackdown 3, which again didn't graphically look amazing, but like the effects and stuff in it probably were going to show off the increased processing power. So delaying it is not a good way to do that. Then I think the next thing that'll come out to show it off will be like probably Assassin's Creed or something else that's also third party.
Call of Duty or something.
Yeah. This isn't good.
No.
Sucks to be an Xbox. I don't see any reason why to buy an Xbox One X for $500. Just buy an Xbox One S.
Yeah.
Like there's like I call me a hater, but most idiots out there, and I don't mean our listeners, but like people who think 4K means something, generally don't have the setup to actually show off what 4K actually is.
Yeah.
If you buy this at $500 console for 4K, you probably don't. I'm gonna wager you don't have a 4K television set or setup, so you're not gonna get the benefit. it's the amount of detail between 4K and 1080p to the common eye is not that much difference. So what are you paying $500 more? What are you paying an extra $300 for?
Bragging rights.
What? Bragging rights, a little bit beefier power. Yeah, I could get if you want to be, down. I mean, like I bought a Switch at launch, but even that had more launch titles than what the Xbox One X is going to be launching, and it was at a cheaper price. So I don't know, man. I want to give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt, but it's like it sucks. Shit happens, but they should have had at least one more big exclusive that was from their studios. And we already mentioned Forza, but you need to have one more system seller because Super Lucky's Tale, like Justin said, and that other indie game that's losing my mind right now, Cuphead. Despite that, I'm looking forward to that game. That's not going to sell consoles to the layman. It's not.
They're digital titles.
Exactly. You can't sell a console like that. So
no, I'll buy Super Lucky's Tale on PC, and I'll be fine with that.
I'll buy it if it ever comes to the Switch, which probably won't because I think it's Microsoft produced.
I think it is too.
But yeah, Microsoft, I hope you're happy getting your butts kicked by Sony this winter again because that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, and they need
despite that the PS4 Pro I think is actually inferior to the Xbox One X, which is like because the PS4 Pro, as far as I'm concerned, for most games doesn't even work properly. Like there's no added benefit. But yet it'll sell more because the library, it's been out longer, it'll be cheaper, and the library is a little bit bigger for a PS4 Pro than, say, an Xbox One X. So it sucks.
But it does seem like Xbox has one more hidden thing up their sleeve that's being rumored. This is a segue.
Oh, to Recore?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. That game.
As a replacement to Crackdown 3 is the point.
So anyways, Record Definitive Edition will be releasing August 29th for $20. Remaster Edition is going to have a new campaign titled Eye of the Obsidian, HDR visuals, and a new core bot called T8NK.
Tank!
Thank you.
Nice. The fifth core that was supposed to be in the game originally and is on the original box art.
Wow.
That one.
This is the KG Inafune game, right? Where he had it.
Yes. Concept. Which, Concept has had a great track record so far. Who would have expected Recore to be a flop?
Wow.
He says sarcastically.
Well, this is their chance to retry and get it to work.
Was that a joke?
I guess.
I'm genuinely not sure.
I'm still laughing.
Your audio is still kind of still coming.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do not know what's going on.
It's weird.
It's grating. It's
Okay, Elmer Fudd.
I was just looking through my my planner to see which games are coming out, and the only
That's
ones
cute.
The only ones that are I have to do content planning. But yeah, the only games that are coming out this fall are going to be third-party games that I'm probably going to play on my PC or Nintendo.
Yeah.
There isn't too much that I want to see from either side.
I want to say I'll pick up Record, but end of September is so effing loaded already. So it's but it's $20. It'll probably go on sale. I'll probably pick it up for Christmas because when I first heard about it, one, has a female protagonist. That's always a win for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the world looked interesting. I mean, I didn't buy it initially because I heard it was broken.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was going to.
And I heard it's like Legend of Zelda-esque, right? Isn't that what it's inspired of a little bit?
It's more inspired by Metroid, I think, because it's from a bunch of people that used to be retro.
Oh, even better.
But it's a third-person, kind of more platforming focused.
That's fine with me. Yeah, I'll probably grab it when it's $5.
It kind of looked like Enslaved to me, like a third-person action kind of game.
Well, yeah, my problem was I was gonna get it at launch, but it was a full priced game, and I heard that it was kind of broken and like I was missing some content. So like, okay, I'll wait for them to add that in, and then they didn't. And then now they're announcing this, which I expected for $20, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good deal. But it's coming out August 29th, which is like a few days after Mario and Rabbids, a few days before Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of this stuff that I'll be playing on the Switch, which I could take with me on all the stuff I'm doing in the next few months. This is going to be on PC, so I'll probably wait and like ask for a Microsoft card for Christmas or something and just buy it with that. So like it's coming out at a terrible time after a year of like, not supporting itself. So it's going to get lost again.
More like mehcore. That was bad, and I feel bad.
Real bad. The only
trying
Sony first party game that I'm actually interested in seeing is going to be Knack 2.
Really?
Just seeing it, not playing.
Is that a joke?
No, like it's coming out this year. It's supposed to be September or something.
No, I know.
I don't know. Like,
all right.
Good, but there isn't
You're not
anything
curious
else.
what's the new Uncharted?
That's I'm getting that, but it's probably just going to be more Uncharted. Like, sure, I'll take more Uncharted, but it's something I already know about.
Yeah, that's true.
They fixed Chun-Li's face.
Waifu is restored.
So if you guys remember, we saw Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite trailer. Like what that was an E3 trailer where her face looked all jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's looking fine.
She's looking fine.
I wouldn't go that far, but she looks all right.
No. I have a feeling basically what they did was they fixed like the facial structuring of like the generic character model and then applied everyone to that character model. Because a lot more characters needed fixing than just her, but that's the only one they're showing because it was probably the worst.
But she's got
so
eyebrows now, guys. She's got eyebrows and her eyes are fixed.
Yeah.
And her mouth isn't squished.
Yeah, she looks great. Great. I'm saying hopefully this is the beginning of other characters also being fixed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What were the other characters that looked kind of weird? Oh, they showed Dante. Yeah.
Dante, Morgan, Chris Redfield, Captain America, Tony Stark. Who else looks weird? Everybody who was not in a mask.
It looked rough.
Pretty much weird.
Whoa.
It looks like Dante was fixed too. There's like a comparison of like the old trailer and new trailer, and he's briefly shown in each. And he looks a bit more like angularly correct, but he's not like specifically focused on, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, also he's not DMC Dante, aka the best Dante. Why isn't DMC Dante in this game? Seriously, Capcom, what the hell?
I was gonna say, they should just like remove the white hair, give him black hair, and then go, "Hey guys,
I will pay $10.
We fixed it, everybody."
It could be an alternate costume.
I will pay $10 for that premium costume, no joke, because I know DMC fans are still butthurt over the fact that DMC Devil May Cry exists.
You're part of the problem. Paying $10 for a costume.
I'll do it just to throw it in front of the haters. Just like, suck it, nerds. I'll beat your butts with Dante. The real Dante. Yeah. I'm throwing fire. I spit hot fire.
Has there ever been like a Run DMC mix-up of any kind in any of the DMC games?
Probably not, considering it's more rock music.
But it'd be so cool, I would think. Run DMC has good music.
I mean, in DMC, he does run.
Yeah.
So
Run DMC starring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Run, Devil May Cry.
All right.
Is my audio better, by the way?
No.
Nope.
No. But
as long as it sounds fine in the recording, like it's doable.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know if it's going to be local or if it's just this, right? So
with Ben, it was just this. I think Hangouts just isn't great.
Okay.
Whenever Discord's audio calls run out or video calls roll out, we'll be fine.
We should try that. Yeah.
It's not out yet.
I know.
I want to say this about the trailer because the reason we know about this Chun-Li's new beautiful face is because they released a new story trailer for MVCI. It basically confirms Venom because you can see a symbiote in the trailer. Also shows Jeddah Doma playing a bigger role than expected. It's basically like, I'm not gonna lie, I nerded out a lot because like it's seeing these two characters. Dr. Light is actually in the trailer talking to the other Avengers, like hologram Dr.
Cool.
Light. So yeah, this is I know like
Does he have a cool voice? Like
It's alright.
the
Bullshit
lisp or whatever.
No, Avengers, you must stop Ultron Sigma from getting the Infinity Stones. No, he
Was
doesn't.
that
have
your
any
Mega
accents.
Man 8 voice? Like,
Yeah.
what was it?
Yeah.
That's how he sounds.
Sounds like he's
Dr.
from
Light.
Brooklyn.
We had to say the Infinity Stones so much on Sigma. But like, I know a lot of fighting game players don't play against their story, but like, this is the first time an MVC game actually has a story mode, and you know, seeing these characters interact, as cheesy as it will be, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it's somewhat lengthy. I'm only asking for 5 hours. Give me 5 hours of a story mode, and I'll be happy.
That's what she said.
That's adequate time. But
If it's longer than 5 hours, you gotta call Capcom about that.
yeah, you gotta pay. I mean, they did that with Asura's Wrath, where like they had released the game, and then to get the true ending, you had to pay $1.99. So don't give them any. Don't let them.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
yeah. Don't let them go back to that. And considering the game's probably already gonna have on disc DLC, don't even get me started. But I'm still gonna buy it at $60 at launch because I'm a fool. But I want to play it because I get to.
That's why I'll wait and maybe get the Ultimate Edition
'Cause that's-
like 6 months later.
But I want to get good early. If I don't play it at launch, I'm not gonna get good.
He needs to go through pools.
I'm not going to get good anyway, so I don't care.
You're lucky. If I'm gonna win Evo at MVCI, I need to start practicing day one.
If you want to win Evo, you have to be on camera, so that won't happen anyway.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. Plenty of people who don't like show their
No,
stuff
he has,
online.
he has his Lucha mask. He'll be fine.
That's true.
You know what? If I wasn't skeptical about being stopped at the door every time I walked into Evo, the Mandalay Bay, I would totally compete in a luchador mask.
We gotta give you a charge
But I'm-
shot like lucha mask with like a target on it.
If somebody wants to make that, I will proudly wear that at Evo if I go next year.
That'd be cool.
All right, so our last news story of the night, we got Atari is suing Nestle.
Shenanigans.
Atari, why?
I support their decision.
So yes, Atari is suing Nestle, claiming that Nestle used Breakout's like screen, like the Breakout look, for advertising their Kit Kat bars. So they replaced everything with all the blocks and the paddle with Kit Kat bars. Atari is going to be seeking for 3 times the amount that Nestle has made with the ad campaign, and
Which is absurd.
which is ridiculous. Like, I don't think I've ever. I think I might have seen this ad campaign. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about actually, but this is ridiculous. Like, for one, it's last year.
Mm-hmm.
2, I'm pretty sure last time we talked about Atari, I said I'm pretty sure they're just like they're going bankrupt and they're trying to just like put their feelers out everywhere to try to get money in.
Mm-hmm.
And this just kind of proves that. Like, this is just like last week with that patent troll, where it's like, you know, they're going desperately after something from last year because they're like, this is something maybe we can make some money on. Like, they'll probably settle and we'll at least get a little bit. It's so dumb. Why Atari? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Return to the money vendor.
Yes, this was actually what is it? A UK ad. So I don't think it was even aired in the US or Canada.
Ugh.
Yeah, like exactly as you said. It just feels like Atari is just trying to get some money wherever they can. Just
Yeah.
sticking in all their paws. And Nestle has claimed that they're going to be fighting against the loss or the suit. As they should.
I mean, that's good. They should. Like,
Yeah.
too many companies just settle because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But literally, like, you spend money up front to do the lawsuit, and then if you win, you get all that back and more.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, settling is not cheaper. It's just lazy. Companies need to stop settling and letting these people win.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Friggin' Atari.
Is anyone
I hate
gonna pick up those Atari boxes once they come out?
No,
Yes.
not out of principle.
You know who will? The same people who went to see the Emoji Movie.
The same
Probably.
people who will buy the speaker hats.
Yep. I'm just
The
buying
same
it
people
for
who got a second Paul Blart movie made.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a
I'm
thing?
seeing it for
That's
the
something I'm
lulz.
thinking about today.
That's a thing that happened?
To be fair,
Yeah, there's a second Paul Blart movie.
No
I'm
way.
partially responsible for that, but I validate that I got a day out of it, so I win either way.
My cousin dragged me to watch that movie in the theaters.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
I think I might have laughed once, and that's because he was fat and he fell over. I was like, my man.
That's Kevin James' stick.
I relate to you, bruh. Bruv.
He speaks for fat people everywhere.
No, I don't want Kevin James to speak for me. Fuck that noise.
It came out
If I-
6 years after the original.
Right. If I'm gonna have a fat man speak for me, I want Gabriel Iglesias to speak for us.
I want Chris Foley, but he's no longer with us, sadly.
It's Farley?
Farley, my bad.
No, he's too extroverted for me. Or he was. Rest in peace.
But that's why he has to speak out for us.
That's true. Although I did love him in Tommy Boy.
Yeah, he was my
Yes.
favorite. Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy and Black Sheep are like the two movies together that are just fantastic.
I don't think I've ever seen Black Sheep.
Oh, you have to watch the pair. It's a rule.
I've only ever seen Tommy Boy.
Well, maybe I might know what to use that 40 on.
All right. I'm looking up Black Sheep right now.
Black Sheep is a good film in 40s situation.
Film in 40s. I like that.
All right. Yeah, we can.
It was stolen from Giant Bomb.
Yeah, pretty
but-
much. But yeah.
TM, 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 TM.
You say it enough times, it'll be true.
Yeah.
It's like declaring bankruptcy.
Yeah. So we got
Yeah.
one action movie, we got
Bankruptcy.
one horror movie, and then we got a comedy for our.
Yeah,
films.
exactly.
Yes. I've got no more news, guys. This is a short one.
Yeah.
This is a short one.
Oh
this
no. Whatever we're gonna do. Fearless leader. I don't know what I'm doing
week.
anymore.
That was
Gamescom.
better.
Gamescom
That's
is
better.
coming next week, so we'll probably get some news from there.
Yeah.
Some THQ Nordic news.
There's definitely going to be not Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball. I know there's going to be Dragon Ball Fighter Z news. In fact, I don't know why we didn't talk about that because they released some new character information.
What was the new character information?
One, we're going to get Shoto clones. We're going to have blue-haired Vegeta and blue-haired Goku. I don't know the lore of Dragon Ball Super.
Isn't that just Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan?
Yeah, some super shenanigans like that. But doesn't matter. They're
Super
clones.
Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, some nonsense. I don't know, man.
Rose.
So they've been announced. They've also announced Android 18 and 16, no 17, because nobody likes 17. And also, here's the crazy thing about Dragon Ball Z Fighters. They announced for the first time ever, any fighting game, there's gonna be a specific mode. And me asking Iggy, what's so special about this mode? Well, dear friends, dear marvelous ones, let me tell you. This mode is going to be a party mode-esque where you and two other of your friends are going to be able to go online and fight against other people in real action. So basically means, say Lo, me, and Thomas, because I know Justin doesn't play fighting games, are playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z at some convention, right? We'll be able to switch out, like say I'm playing Krillin because I'm garbage, and I hit the tag button, Lo is playing Goku. Lo, in real time, will then use his controller to fight. Real time.
That's cool.
That's never been done before.
That's a pretty neat idea.
Six.
Also, just real side note, Krillin's my main, so.
Okay, well, I'll be Yamcha because he's garbage.
I get dibs on Vegeta because he's the
Fine.
coolest.
So
Vegeta.
so basically, it's pretty much any kind of positive. Like I saw the MVCI trailer. I was like, oh, that's pretty hype. Then I saw the news for Dragon Ball Fighter C. That's even more hype. It's like they can't win either way. It sucks. But yeah. No official animation, but they're expected to show some footage of Android 18 and 16 at Gamescom, as well as Shoto clones, Blue Vegeta, and Blue Goku. Because I refuse to call them gods.
They're gods.
There's only one god, and his name is Thor.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
Another news story that got missed was the Andy Serkis game, Planet of the Apes, like movie tie-in game kind of thing.
Right.
I wanted to talk about that. It sounded really interesting.
Oh no, the precious.
It's basically it's not necessarily like an adaptation of the movie because I think it takes place between Dawn and War, I believe. But it's an original story, like in canon, original story that's supposed to be about the length of a movie, which is interesting because like you don't take direct control over any character, so it's literally like an interactive movie. They say they don't want you to go more than like 15 or 20 seconds without like making some kind of decision, whether it's what a character does, what someone says, that kind of thing. So it's like it's more like a visual novel, but it's a really pretty visual novel because it looks almost like the movies. So it sounds like the kind of thing that would come out of a movie studio, so it makes sense. But basically, they tried to use the same kind of motion capture software and stuff like that to bring the game to life as they did the movies. It's all made by Andy Serkis' studio, along with a game development like collaboration, obviously. And the point of it is to have you control the outcome of the movie. So while it's only 2 to 3 hours long, depending on how you play, there's multiple endings and stuff like that. So they encourage you to play through it multiple times to extend the length of the experience.
Interesting.
I personally don't really like games like that. Like they're not played, in my opinion. But I find it kind of fascinating the same way that like the Telltale games are kind of revolutionizing the way games are played, but it's even less interactive than that. So it's really just like playing a movie, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Should I watch this?
I guess this was announced like a long time ago, like 2015 or something like that. He said that his studio was working on a game, and then literally nothing was heard about it for years. And now suddenly they're like, oh, by the way, it's coming out later this year.
Yeah,
and he's probably doing all the motion capture too.
He's in all of them.
Well, I mean, he was King Kong, so like I fully expected. And he's Caesar in the new movie.
He's not all the apes though.
He wasn't King Kong, was he?
Yeah, he was. He did the motion capture King Kong.
Like the new King Kong, or like the 2012 or whatever King Kong.
The 05 King Kong movie. The Peter Jackson.
Was that 05?
Yeah, that was 05.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
12 years ago. Think about that.
Whoa.
But yeah, he was King Kong. He was the motion capture dude. He's a great actor.
No, he is.
Should I watch all those Planet of the Apes movies?
Yes.
You should only watch. You should only watch the Tim Burton one.
No.
Only the Tim Burton one.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Don't. Why do you want to give him Marky Wahlberg? Why do you want to give him Marky Mark?
Dude, okay, I will take Marky Mark.
Yeah, Marky Mark is a national treasure.
No, he's not. He sounds like he's a stuttering moron half the time.
His arms, bro.
What are you talking about? He's great. Say hi to your mother for me.
It's gonna be okay. Yeah. You know what? Marky Mark is a personification of it's fine, it's okay. That's what he is.
Basically.
That's what he is. That's what he says in every movie. He's a joke. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
have no will against.
Estelle Warren is the female lead in that, and it's worth watching it for her.
You can Google pictures of her.
Fair. I'll give you that one.
I'm sorry. If you're pointing in a movie, it's like you can see her. I can also do a thing called Google.
Yeah, but moving pictures. That's the
There's
thing
GIFs.
now.
There's GIFs. There's YouTube. You don't need that shenanigans.
So GIFs are just as good as movies. Yeah, feature.
Apparently.
Yep.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Bullshit
on that.
The point is, it's a great, terrible movie. And the last 30 seconds is worth it alone.
Yeah, just look up the ending. Just look at the ending. The ending
it's amazing.
It's Tim Burton's worst movie.
It is. No. Was it Willy Wonka or Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
It's Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka is not that bad. That is not a bad movie.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's a perfectly terrible adaptation of the book.
No.
Being older is the only Willy Wonka.
Exactly. It's a bastardization of everything that the actual Willy Wonka series or property stands for.
Okay, whatever. Shenanigans.
It's offensive.
No. It's not offensive.
That movie is
It's
offensive.
pretty offensive.
I've never seen it because it looked so bad on the trailers.
It's really bad.
I didn't see it because it looked offensive.
Everyone listening to this, let us know, or specifically at Ben or at Marvel's Iggy. Terrible Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory
It's
is.
not a bad movie. It's not
Flood
that bad.
his feed with hate.
It's not even fine. It's not even okay.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
more
that's-
like KO.
I mean, I still think Alice in Wonderland, the one he did, that's a pretty bad movie.
Yeah.
That one's pretty
Let's
bad.
just say Tim Burton hasn't had a good movie in like 15 years.
No, he did Core. Didn't he do Coraline? When did Coraline come out?
Was that
I think he
him?
produced that.
Okay, well, okay, fine, fair enough.
Imagine how cool that that Death or Silent Hills would have been with like Tim Burton and
No, because he's not. No, because he doesn't. He's not psychological horror.
And
He's just. I'm
Kojima.
gonna just put everything in goth, because that's what I do.
Yeah, it was directed by Henry Selick.
Okay, but it looks like a Burton film.
It
like
does.
it has. It looks like a Tim Burton movie.
Mhm. When did Corpse
But there's a
Bride
lot of
come
good
out?
movies that look
That
like
was
Tim
like the
Burton
last
movies.
one of his that I've actually seen.
Corpse Bride? Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I think I
That
took a
wasn't great
date.
either, though.
It was
Yeah.
fine.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, he did Big. No, he produced Big Eyes. I don't think he directed Big Eyes.
He did that one Barber movie, didn't he?
Sweeney Todd. There's
yeah.
much better versions of Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
He did direct Big Eyes. That was supposed to be pretty good. I haven't seen it. And then Sweeney Todd 2007, Corpse Bride 2005. Big Fish 2015, but that or 2003, sorry, but that was 14 years ago. So he
was
hasn't
Tim
been a good movie in
Burton?
14 years.
That was Tim Burton? Jesus Christ, that didn't even look like a Tim Burton movie.
It was amazing. I love
Yeah,
that
it's really
movie.
good. You know, in certain pictures, Tim Burton looks like he's a cracked out Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like he does. He looks.
I
like
mean, Nicolas Cage. If you crack out Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
True enough.
I thought we ran out of news. We're just filling this with charged up topics.
Yeah.
you
Lo, you put a news story in this feed that I totally skipped over. Quake
I did?
Champions early access starts soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that. I just mainly did that just because with all the early access stuff happening lately, it's Quake Champions. Honestly, with all their like tests and stuff with the emails, like I always miss like testing windows. So it's
Mhm.
like,
Same.
Same.
yeah, just for those of you out there who are into your Quake Champions and all that good stuff. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a cool game. Kind of weird that they're doing like the kind of like hero shooter kind of aspect with the champions, but hopefully it won't be too hero shooter, and it'll still kind of maintain that sort of.
Yeah,
Like, what can
I've
you do?
only seen a video of it. It doesn't seem like it really affects it too much,
Oh, that's good.
but hard for me to say it without playing it.
Right. Yeah.
If you guys have some more Tim Burton rants you want to go on, we can end the podcast here.
No,
No,
but
I hate him. I kind of just want to go back to watching The Defenders. So,
Okay. We'll get you back to the Defenders. Where can
to be
the
honest,
people find you?
me?
Yes.
You talking about me?
Yes.
Yes, Jessica
I'm a
Jones.
defender.
Yeah.
I am the squishy fist. Also, I am the Zero Score. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch if I ever use it again. I'm married. Other various places at Zero Score. Also, I'm here. Whenever I feel like it, which is most of the time because I love you guys.
Oh.
Hearts.
That's not a very good heart.
Lo, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter most of the time, just tweeting stupid random things at Nero the Hero. That's N3R0 THEH3R0. You can also find me on YouTube, but I don't upload stuff much recently.
You
I'm
have
working
been
on-
like random gameplay videos and stuff.
Oh yeah. I just kind of put like stupid clips and stuff up like that. And
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I've been doing my Lowdown series too, where we just kind of I'll grab a buddy and talk about just whatever. Just they'll pick a subject and we'll just kind of talk about it. there's that, and I'm also working on something for Charge Shot for the website. Actually, it's going to be on Fortnite. It's going to be a couple of videos actually, so hopefully it should be fun for those of you who are actually interested in the game, because it's been getting some mixed reviews just because of certain aspects of it and stuff like that. But I don't know. Well, you'll see all that stuff later. But
Yeah, it's gonna be like more like a technical thing, like how to actually play the game, right?
Yeah, because that's one of the things in that game is there's so many freaking menus. It's kind of weird the way you go about like progressing as far as like leveling up and stuff. It's a little crazy. And some people might just look at it like, what the hell is this? Like, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff? But I mean, and it's a fun game in its own right. So yeah, it's just all that's kind of like the other stuff they kind of use to like sort of expand or fluff the experience, I guess. I don't know. They totally could have streamlined it, but I don't know. Anyways, so you guys will like you'll see in the video. So stay tuned for that.
Where can the people find the self-proclaimed Marvelous One?
You can find me at twitter.com/marvelousiggy, and also for Patreon and public users, public listeners, the first 3 episodes of my new Let's Play series on Freedom Planet, the Sonic fan game turned original IP, is officially out. Although Part 3, as you can tell by now, sort of ends dubiously, and I apologize for that. Game crashes aren't fun. They aren't fun. And it never happened to me before. It only happens when recording, so yeah, shenanigans. But also, for definitely you'll be up for Patreon users and public users. But the first episode of I wouldn't say episode, but the first edition of what I call Marvelous Fights. I recorded some Ultra Street Fighter 2 online rank matches because I figured, well, I already sit around playing 3 hours of Street Fighter 2 anyways. Why not record it? So I recorded it. And there's some online matches. It's gonna be once every Sunday. At least that's the plan so far. So the first part is going up. It should be up by the time this episode goes out if I did everything correctly.
You win every single one of those matches, right?
No, I did get a little salty though because some guy's internet connection was just shit, and somehow he was connecting freaking crouching light kick into heavy shoryuken, and that's just bullshit. I'm sorry. And I fought him again.
Oh boy.
Fuck that game, and I fuck that game sometimes. But god damn it so much, I can't stop playing it.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to me. And you can always find me, your host Thomas, here at charshot.com. You can also find me on Twitter at CSGThomas. You can also send Justin at his email, justin@charshot.com, or on his Twitter, 0_score, and tell him to watch it with us.
And I can promptly ignore you.
I'm just gonna get everyone to peer pressure you into doing this.
No.
I was bullied all through school. Like, nothing can faze me.
Drink the 40, and then you won't be scared anymore. You'll be too drunk to be scared.
See, I debated that, but I want to use it for something uplifting.
Okay.
Well, it is uplifting.
Not just make me like drown it out, you know?
It is very. It is very uplifting.
I wouldn't believe.
Doesn't it end with it turning into a giant spider monster?
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like.
I've never seen this movie before.
But I'm right?
I want to go in with
I'm
my
pretty
virgin
sure
eyes.
I saw part of it. Like the second part where it's all adults, because I remember John Ritter. I'm pretty sure I saw part of it on TV a while back, like years ago. And that still sticks with me, because my 2 biggest fears are clowns and spiders.
Yeah, but it's a crappy electric spider. So you'll be fine.
No.
All right.
No. You guys watch that. Me and Lo will go watch something better, and we'll compare.
Lo, you come and join Thomas and I, because it'll be fun.
No.
We're gonna be doing something cooler. The cool kids and the dumb kids.
I've been a dumb kid all my life. Until then, guys, enjoy your games.
That ended dark.
No, I like the idea of using it with like a comedy. That'd be fun.
I can't see that comedically. Like I'm not gonna do it.
No, I mean drink your
Like,
40
you guys-
with a comedy. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Save this.
Or with the Fast and the Furious movie, because you sent me like multiple codes and I haven't redeemed any of them yet. But
Probably always
but I do like the idea of Black